Hi, this is Dorothy with Scrapbooking, and today I'm going to show you more than you'll ever know. And this was a special. It's still going on until May 31st for National Scrapbooking Day. And just so you know, this is one of the projects. There are altogether 5 different kits that you can get, or you can get them all as a bundle. And like I said, these are available until March 31st. So I got this one because it has a lot of blues in it, and I thought it would be good for my son and his football and different things that he does. So that's the one I got. Another one has some real cute, what I would consider to be girl type birthday or a party type layouts. It's got a real cute girl in a sassy little dress that's adorable. And there's also an adorable 4x4 album that you can make, which would be a great little album for a grandparent. Then there's some adorable cards, little animals, and also some very slightly snarky phrases on the other one that are just absolutely hysterical. So I'm going to show you the cutting guide. I'm showing you the papers that came with it, and those wonderful stars. Those are already cut. They came with the package, so you don't have to mess with that at all. Get a lot of cardstock, 2 peach, 4 white. Bluebell is kind of the color of the moment here. And that's the main reason why I got it. So I'm going to show you, it kind of tells you all the things you need, the different colors of ink. So you need Smoothie and Bluebell and a black permanent ink, either Intense Black or Archival Black. And this is the cutting guide. So I'm going to show you how easy the cuts are. And these layouts are pretty easy to put together. But you learn a couple of different techniques, which really makes it fun. And, I finished a scrapbooking retreat that Close to My Heart had that was super, super fun. It was like Friday and Saturday. And, oh my gosh, you cannot imagine how much I learned of techniques that I had never heard of or had done before. And I've been scrapping for a long time as a consultant or a maker. So, I've learned a lot of techniques. And this was all over me, I can tell you. And we learned a lot about watercoloring, which was great fun. I suggest if you see Close to My Heart having a retreat, like an album retreat, you need to do it. So anyway, you get all the pieces that are already cut for you, and it really makes it, I won't say easy, it's intense, but you learn so much. So I'm just showing you, I'm going through all the different pages that they have. So I'm going page by page, and I'm cutting off the zip strips first, and they show you how to align the papers. So they want the lines to go horizontal on these cuts. So that's what I'm doing. And they're pretty simple to do. This happens to be an 8x8 cut that they want. So I just went all the way down and cut a full 8x8. And then these pieces will be cut shorter than 8x8. So kind of packing in the pieces here and making sure that, we're getting the most out of each piece of paper. So I would suggest these, the kits that are available for the National Scrapbooking Day are while supplies last. So, and right now we're having a flash sale going on at Close to My Heart so today is Saturday, what day is it? May 22nd, 2021. And the flash sale will be going on until Tuesday, which would be May 24, 25. So there's lots and lots of stuff on for good deals. So I'm actually going to take advantage of it because they've got flip-flops on sale. And flip-flops can sit in your storage box like mine do, you know, so they don't go bad. You can use them forever. And they've got some 8x12s that I'm going to get, provided somebody doesn't beat me. But anyway, we're going through and cutting all the pieces. Now this isn't just any kit. This is, you make 3 2-page layouts and 1 single-page layout. So that's a total of 7 pages in this kit. So that's a lot of real estate you're getting for your pictures. So, and it comes with, I showed you what all the papers and cardstock and the cutouts that comes with it, but you also get a full-size stamp set. And those stamps have got just terrific titles on them. And I really like all of the titles that come on that stamp. One of them is a Audrey Hepburn quote. One of them is a quote from Winnie the Pooh, which is, you know, just a really, really cool quote. This one says, "Nothing is impossible. The word itself says, I'm possible." That was Audrey Hepburn. How cool is that? And the other one from A.A. Milne is, "You are braver than you believe, stronger." I can't read it because it's too small, but you'll see it. Anyway, it's that quote from Winnie the Pooh. Anyway, I'm showing you all the cuts here for the 3x4s. And they're all for picture frames for your pictures, or for using as journaling cards. And one of them gets used as also a title card. So we've got all sorts of uses for the white cardstock here. So it got a little rough. I had to get out my sandpaper and sand the white cardstock in particular. Comes out fuzzy. It's a heavier cardstock, and just the way the white is made, when it cuts fuzzy. So, but you just, a little file, a nail file, or some sandpaper on a little bitty block I've got that I've had from Close to My Heart for eons, will take care of the fuzzies. Or you can totally buy into it and distress them even more. So this first video is going to be the cutting, which you saw, and the first 1-page layout. So I'm just cutting I forgot to cut the zip strip pieces that are going to get used, and this zip strip with the stars is actually getting cut in half the long ways. Having a little problem with it, so I'm going to put a little bit of Tombow on either end, and then stick it to the cutting board. And then it's not going to move. Makes it super easy. So there's, and then I love this plaid. This is a like almond and black and mink gray plaid that's really surprisingly beautiful. And I really like these were really good zip strips. It just, sometimes the zip strips don't strike me much, but I particularly liked these zip strips. And the tag page there, I'm going to cut that as needed because that's a little tedious to cut. So it just takes some hand cutting. Not hard to do, just a little tedious. Okay, so the first piece is going down on the wood grain, and I'm just putting a little bit of Tombow in each corner to just kind of tack the paper in place so that when I take my measurements from the side of the Versamat, they'll be right. It'll be even, the paper will be nice and even, and I'll get a good measurement out of it. So if you don't have a Versamat, these are wonderfully handy things to have. You can poke on them, you can stamp on them, you can flip it over and have a real good stamp cushion. So those zip strips that I just cut in half, that's where they go. So it's little stars, which kind of goes along with the theme of the paper. And we're just kind of highlighting that centerpiece there. So those are my photo frames. But what I need before this in place are the, what am I doing here? Oh, I'm making a, the banner that has got the title of the page. So it's the definition of grit. So this is a pretty wide kind of banner to make, but it's holding the title. So I'm going to take it off and stick it on my, that's I think my 4x4 block, and get it seasoned. And here are the colors, the stamp colors. So I'm going to stamp it in black. And I'm using the intense black, and I'm just going to make sure, because the letters are super thick, some of them are super thick, I just want to make sure I'm getting a good impression on it. And you always want to make sure that, look at the ink before you go ahead and, in case you need to ink it more. And you want to hold the stamp in place for a little bit to get, and I wasn't super happy with the stamping because it came out a little spotty. The thicker letters are harder to have come out right, to be perfectly even. That's why you really need to check your ink and make sure that you're inking it really well. So I may have missed, and maybe I needed to hold it on there a little bit longer. I decided to use my first inking instead of stamping instead of my second one. I think it came out better. And you know what? This is going to be for a football picture, so having it be a little distressed is totally okay. So I'm just going to cut off the little tags here, or the, well, these are tags. What are the other things? The other things are just other things. And so the ones that are easy to cut, I'm going to cut. And then these need to be cut long ways. And I need that one that has the little lines on it, and I need the one with the little stars on it. So that's all I'm going to cut from there for right now. See how you trim one off and you have a pointy end on one and a dovetail on the other. And then you just want to take the little corners off for the other tag. So that's going to go up there in the corner. Grit is a lot of hard work, consistency, and hustle. And that is exactly what my son did in football. And since he learned it in football, he carried it with him to his work. So that worked out well for him. I was very, very afraid to let him play football because I was afraid of injuries. And I have to tell you, though, the football coaches, they helped me with him. And they helped me encourage him to work hard and persevere. And they taught him a lot. They were part of the village. So I'm trying to not put too much on here because the liquid Tombow will squish out. But it's also a strong glue, so you don't need a whole lot. So I'm just placing these stars. The stars are cool, you got to say. So that's kind of like a technique in itself, making a full background for your page by using cutouts. So you have kind of a plain background with the wood grain, a real subtle wood grain, and the subtle striping. And then you can, put in a cut background using your Cricut and, create a very interesting layer. So I'm just kind of putting these strips on, plus the little tags on tags. And one gets tucked under the grit. And I like how the little stars show through. And we're carrying the grays and the craft color throughout. And I really like that particular little flag or banner, whatever you want to call it. So I'm just kind of placing it according to the picture. And that is one thing. So let me tell you, one thing these kits don't come with is instructions. So when you're ordering these kits, you need to look on where you're ordering it, and it will say download guide. And so you want to download the guide and print it out for yourself, or save it to your to your scrapbooking files, so that you have the download there that you can refer to. You can either use the PDF to read from off your computer, or print it, whichever you're comfortable with. So I'm missing a piece of black that goes under that picture. It got lost, as many things do on my desk, or my work table there. It's so sad. I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna replace it with. But that's okay. Let me take a moment. So I cut those strips for journaling. But just let me take a moment to tell you that if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel and ring the bell. And my website for ordering is right there on the screen, dorothy.closetomyheart.com. And, if you have any questions, you can contact me. There's my strip. Okay. That makes it easy. So there is my first layout from More Than You'll Ever Know. And I really, I like this. It's going to be, you could put, just thinking about it, you could put a 4x6 easily on there instead of a 3x4. So, if you prefer to do that, that would be fine. That's up to you. So, but there's plenty of room to have a 4x6 instead of a 3x4. There's lots of room on that page. So now they're just going to do some little kind of stamp embellishing. So they've got all these cute little things. Like this is a little three dots, one open and two closed. And they've got a little star, a closed star, an open star, a bigger star, an arrow, some little, I decided to use the little open star to make a little thing for each journaling. They didn't have that, and then you also get these wonderful bluebell pearls. Now, bluebell is our color of the year, meaning that come August, and I just shot one across the room, come August, there'll be a new color of the year. So we have bluebell everything right now. So if you haven't gotten bluebell, you may want to do it. So there's my layout. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll be doing another video. Bye now.